This is Noel Tate, one half of the Velvet Drapes from Trapped in a World, the Howard the Duck podcast, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Lilith Hellfire, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Summer of 69. 69, 9, 9.
What are you, a calculator? 6.9999999. That's right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. Summer of 69 has started here. You're only 1 week.
Flame is lit, my friend.
Episode 268. You are 1 week away from like 269. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that man in that room in New Jersey. Hashtag free Charlie Esser. It is
Charlie, the Professor Esser.
It's a bunker, Phil.
And
I don't blame him.
If you turn your calculator upside down, you can make it safe.
I know. And that woman who looks like she has wall-to-wall carpeting on her walls. It is.
Hey, y'all, it's Lil Hellfire. You know, we're in the 60s. Shag carpet, just trying to catch a vibe.
Oh, Lilith has a shagadelic room. Hey, all right. So yes, this is a Summer of 69 episode. We're going to be covering Incredible Hulk.
Because you know why? Because Hulk smashes. Get it?
He does.
Yes.
He's quite the smasher.
All right. So yes. So every episode this month, well, except for next week, we'll be doing Hulk here. So tonight we're doing Incredible Hulk 111 through 114.
And you know what I love about this era of the Hulk? Just how easy it was for him to just get tired and turn back into Banner. And it just like
in your typical Lou Ferrigno fashion.
Yeah, well, this actually predates the Lou Ferrigno.
I know.
This is, but it's like, yeah, it's a really neat take on the Hulk. I wonder where, because I know there was a period where the Hulk did have Banner's brain for a while in the 60s, and I feel like this is after it, but maybe not too far after it, because he still has a lot of mind going for him.
Yeah. As
we were saying, he's talking in nearly complete sentences. And he seems to have a bit more intellect to it. He's not like big change Hulk. He's not childlike Hulk. He's really more just, kind of, poorly educated teenager Hulk.
From the mean streets Hulk.
Yeah, he just does not like your face, and he's gonna punch it because he's the Hulk.
So he's a bigger, greener.
Relatable.
I was gonna say he's a bigger, greener Lilith Hellfire. Okay.
But not at the beginning of this story, Phil, because in this story he is but a mere nearly dead Bruce Banner.
See, I love how you were like, you said, he falls asleep a lot and turns into Banner. I like how it seems like in all these stories he's Banner for like five minutes, and then it's like, I'm in another death trap. Well, I better start getting angry.
The man gets himself into a lot of death traps. That's one thing they carried over from the comics to the TV series, where pretty much everywhere he went.
But to be fair, Banner was suicidal. Are we not all in agreement on this?
Oh, yeah.
So for me, it tracks. He's trying to see what's actually going to work here.
All right, let me read a quick synopsis, then we can discuss 111. All right, Incredible Hulk 111 from January 1969. Shanghai in space. Writer Stan Lee. Excelsior. Penciler
Herb Trimpe action.
Herb Trimpe, yeah, baby. Inker Dan Adkins. Letterer Sam Rosen. And, of course, editor Stan Lee.
Stan the man, edited Stan the man.
All right. The aliens who created
90% of writing is edited.
At least Stan's it was.
The aliens who created the device to change Earth's orbit, that's right, this was continued from last issue, have detected the machine's destruction and sent a robot out to bring them the one responsible. While in the Savage Land, Kazar and Zabu leave the dying body of Bruce Banner behind to seek out herbs to try and heal Banner. Oh, penicillin tea, love.
And that will to live.
That's right.
Anger is the only viable emotion, as I will tell you guys time and time again.
Leaving him to be picked up by the alien's robot and brought to their ship in space, where they intend to bring him to their master, the Galaxy Master.
Boo! Cheap version of Galactus and Ego had a baby. Boo!
Oh, we'll get to that tomorrow night.
I know it.
Reviving Banner
The
with...
Galaxy Man.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's right. I thought we were going to talk about the Galaxy Master. No, he's an interesting character. You're right. That's not until next issue.
Yes, because...
The lips from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Reviving Banner with their technology, the aliens are ordered to put Banner in a pressure lock and kill him. However, Banner begins to transform into the Hulk and smashes his way loose. As you do.
Smash it!
Yeah. And this is where we understand that Stanley really does not understand how air pressure works.
He's not a science guy, no.
No, he is not.
He battles the aliens and their weapons in the vacuum of space. During the fight, the Hulk enters an exhaust tube.
You got a banana in your tailpipe, aliens!
Where the aliens try to burn him alive. However, the engine explodes, causing the ship to crash on their home planet. When the Hulk revives, he finds himself before the Galaxy Master, a giant mass of energy that boasts that it is indestructible.
We'll see about that.
I don't know, man. I hear
Only takes 150 issues.
I've heard on the street, the madder Hulk gets, the stronger he gets.
Yeah. So here's a question: they have the dying Banner, who they know defeated the robot, whom they're going to they want to bring him back to life.
Then they're like, nah, let's just throw him in the air.
No, but it's just like it's like, okay, obviously he died fighting the robot, but now we have to bring him back to life because the Master wants him alive.
It's a delicacy, Charlie. A delicacy.
It just seems like it's a very convoluted process that they're going through.
You do know Stanley wrote this, right?
They like their meat fresh.
Yeah, I understand.
So you just gotta roll with it, bro.
I'm getting the feeling that this was one of those stories that sort of
it could be worse. He could have left everybody else to finish the story.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Oh, you fixed that problem I wrote you into the corner too? Perfect. I'm back, baby.
Well, for all we know, Herb did all the drawings, and Stanley's just like, okay, now I gotta explain why they're reviving him, and then why they're killing him.
What if it was an inside joke and he did it to piss him off? He's like, you brought him back?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting.
I was gonna make him immortal. He was gonna die and come back.
Well, the thing is that clearly this is early Hulk. This is Hulk still needs to breathe. He can still yell in space. He's like Superman. He's like Superman 4, like that.
Oh,
he can talk. It's just
don't be jealous that they can break the laws of physics. Don't be jealous. Jealousy is not a good look on you.
No. I was saying it's like that. That's just how powerful these creatures are. Superman and the Hulk. They're in space.
Don't be telling Kryptonians and gamma radiation infused people what they can and can't do, Charlie.
I'm not. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Hey, Lilith, how about Betty Banner pulling a Gwen Stacy? Oh, my poor Bruce, where are you?
Also, why is she in a wheelchair at the start of this?
Because Hulk smashes. Have we not established that?
But she's off the wheelchair later.
Smashes. Her middle name is Felicity.
Yeah. Oh, but did anyone else catch that very interesting typo that they put in to, I think it's the next issue.
It's either the next one or 113. Yes, yeah. Oh yeah. The name.
Yeah, I know.
40 and 60.
See, we said she's behind everything. I knew it.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean, it's fun. It's exciting. It's a rip-roaring tale of violence against spaceships.
Hulk in space, though, I'll just be honest, Cosmic Hulk just doesn't do it for me. But these are funny, but it just doesn't do it for me.
Well, it's weird because it's an unusual place to send the Hulk. Because the Hulk's whole
if
thing...
they go back to this over and over.
Well, it's either here or Jarella's world. You know, I think they're just like looking for like more science fiction-y enemies for the Hulk, you know, because it's like Earth. Oh, he can smash everybody.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I don't mind that. It's just like anytime you put him in space, he can't fly. So
Yes.
it's like he's standing on a rocket.
It's his little astronaut suit on, and
it's weird that he's just
Hulk wear trash bag.
And
like I told you, Banner's suicidal, and he's trying to see what's gonna kill him. That is my headcanon, and you cannot change my mind.
Hey man, Hulk just want to be left alone, man, and no matter where he goes, space, wherever, man, he can't be. No one leaves him alone.
No, well,
he could have asked Reed Richards to send him in a rocket. You didn't have to hitch a ride. This is what happens when you hitchhike.
Well,
and you don't have gas, grass, or
the whole thing is like Hulk wants to be left alone. Banner doesn't.
Banner does. He's a curmudgeon.
But he doesn't want to admit. He doesn't want to admit how much him and the Hulk have in common.
He wants Betty.
So, like, Banner could go to Reed Richards and say, "Can you just send me somewhere like you're going to do in 20 years anyway,
exactly,
50 years." But he's not going to do that because, first off, he doesn't really want to do that. Banner wants to live on Earth with Betty. Hulk wants to go somewhere and be alone, but anywhere the Hulk goes, people want to pick a fight with him.
That's what happens when you're the biggest guy in the yard, honestly. It's one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really it is.
Like, look at Galaxy Master, for instance. Couldn't just be happy ruling his little side of the galaxy. No. His ego cost him his whole empire. Gotta keep your eye on the prize.
Well, I mean, but to be fair, the Galaxy Master's plan from the start was always flawed. Because his whole idea is, I have to prevent someone as powerful as me from rising. So I have to kill all life in the universe.
Just mind your business.
Talking about being alone.
The opposite of colonialism and imperialism. Mind your business, stay where you're at, and you're done. You're good.
Well, yeah, pretty much, Oh.
All right. So should we move to the next one?
Yeah, move on to the next one because we got the Warlord and the princess. And,
oh yeah. All right.
Sneaky princess.
Hey, well. All right.
Gotta pick up. Yeah, okay. Read the synopsis, Philly.
Incredible Hulk number 112, February 1969. The Brute battles on. With the same creative...
Up, somebody's face down on a cover. Take a drink.
1969 rules. All right. With the Hulk battling the Galaxy Master, the princess of the aliens enslaved by Galaxy Master decides that now is the best time to attack their master and win their freedom. This is a plan her uncle disapproves of, and to further his own ambitions of rule, he decides to warn the Galaxy Master of this revolt.
It's always a bootlicker somewhere.
Uncles.
Well, from his perspective, this is a nice, sweet gig, and now he gets to move up the chain.
Yeah, you're gonna bring the wrath of the Galaxy Master.
I mean, well, and from his perspective, it's like nothing we've thrown at this Galaxy Master has ever worked for us. So why do we think this is the one time it's going to work? It's probably not. And he's playing his odds. He's making this bet. He figures I'm going to stick with
he threw the roulette ball on the 00. Oof.
Well, and like I said, it would have worked if it had worked. It would have got
away with it too.
A couple of bulls down the goal.
Had it not been for that meddling Hulk.
Yes.
Because that's
that is the theme.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, if not for the Hulk, the planet would have been thrown off its axis, or maybe Kazar would have stopped the thing, I guess. Maybe the Hulk's completely superfluous. You know, it's like, nah, Kaiser could have handled it.
Could you imagine, just for a second, Hulk jumping inside of you and beating you from the inside out? Hell, I know Betty gets it all the time, but I'm just saying.
You know,
that's one hell of a fight.
I'm just, it's neat.
Talking about indigestion.
I like everyone trying to
upset stomach, diarrhea.
What I'm gonna say is, like, clearly everyone knows the weakness of the Hulk is he still needs to breathe. Except, are we sure he does? Because every time they try this, it doesn't kill him.
Isn't it?
It's like Kryptonite and Superman. Who's like, everyone, his one weakness is Kryptonite, but it doesn't kill him.
Yeah, but isn't
it weakens him?
Yeah, but isn't Hulk like Superman that like he can hold his breath for like, I don't know, like an hour or something?
Well, you know, I guess so. That's what they said, but it's just
convenient. Plot point is convenient. First of all, always.
You know what it is? It's movie rules. You know, where they try to choke someone out and they pass out, and that actually, if you want to kill them, you actually have to maintain that loss of oxygen for like 5 minutes to really kill someone.
Choke that chicken.
And like this,
life pro tips from Charlie Esser. I like it.
Women like to see people get murdered.
Although I already knew that, of course.
Well, Exhibit A, Your Honor.
And of course, it's one of these things where the villain is undone by his own hubris. Because again, what is the, like, you know, if the Galaxy Master would have just killed that princess instead of taking her hostage,
superior puss.
The Hulk would not have jumped inside the Galaxy Master.
Superior puss.
Which
don't worry, he'll be back in 270, Charlie. It's okay.
Oh, the Galaxy Master does come back?
158 issues from this one.
Yeah, man, has to mess with Rocket.
I read that story just for poops and giggles. I was like, wait a minute, he comes back.
Oh, that's right before we get another, you know, Banner with the Hulk with Banner's brain era.
Well, you know, he's a Galaxy.
He's like, I got bombarded with a ton of gamma rays. Now it's the Hulk with Banner's brain.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, as you do. And to be fair, you know, the differentiation between the Hulk and Banner is always a complex issue.
That's when he got that's when he got his presidential pardon, back when that meant something.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody after Nixon. Well, actually Ford, because he pardoned Nixon. So yeah, anybody after Ford, it doesn't really matter. You
know, but what's interesting here is, you know, he wins the day, and again, he could just say, okay, I'm on this nice new planet. Everyone's kind of chill. No one's hunting me. Maybe I'll just stay here. No,
and then Bruce kicked him from the inside and said, we gotta get Betty.
Yeah, gotta go back.
Need the Betty. Gimme.
They make a rocket ship for him. And so it's just gonna take like a little while for us to like adjust the pressure and all that stuff, give you a nice, safe, comfortable ride. He's like, no, Hulk doesn't need that. Hulk
just light it on fire like a firecracker. Ah!
Hulk just like strap it to my butt, and now I'm going.
And again, just the idea that, you know, and then as soon as he's in the rocket ship, and he goes, oh wait, now I'm sleepy. Oh no, and now poor Banner can't. He
did it on purpose. We all know that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's well, but then Banner saves him by exposing himself to gamma irradiated gas. As you do.
I mean, Stan did have an obsession with gamma everything, so makes sense.
Everything's gamma.
Well,
man.
radiation.
I mean, he liked the word. It was like salsa to Stanley. Gamma.
Well, especially radiation. I mean, gamma, cosmic rays.
Like, what about Delta? What about Alpha? What about Sigma Epsilon?
We don't know what hit that radioactive spider. You don't know.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Or what smacked Daredevil right in the face.
Well, he didn't turn green, so we know it wasn't gamma.
No.
Or gray. So. Or purple. Right. If you know, you know.
So yeah,
the
Hulk smashed, and then he was ready to go to sleep. Yes.
Smash it, as you do.
As you do.
Coitus? Was that a coitus joke, Philip?
Coitus interruptus. Yes.
Yes. Now, of course, that's because that's where it ends. But then it Hulk-continues.
Excelsior.
Hulk-continued next issue. And when we continue it, that's when he releases the gamma gas.
Gamma, 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 comma, chameleon.
And turns back into the Hulk, which is great.
That's what I said. He was banner for 5 minutes. Like, oh crap! The Hulk intentionally leaves him in these traps where he's like, you're gonna have to turn back or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Can I just say F. Glenn Talbot? First and foremost.
Yeah, no, Glenn Talbert's completely a jerk.
I mean, eventually everyone says F. Glenn Talbot because they never bring him back.
Yeah.
I think they had like a nephew at one point, but yeah, they never bring him back.
Yeah, well, it's, except in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, yeah.
Shoot him in the head and make him into Graviton.
The TV show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, comics, yeah, they never brought him back. Like I said, Peter David, I think, brought back like a nephew, but they dropped him in that volcano and he never returned.
You know what? Well, it's probably better that way. And to be fair, he's kind of a weird dude, making his play for Betty, trying to kill Betty's like person that she's with. It's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up what he does there. And so yeah, I can see how that's problematic for him,
In a flashback story, Hulk has the best flashback stories, in my opinion, especially in this era. They're not just like, we couldn't think of anything, so we did a flashback.
Well, so was there a flashback in this, or?
Am I tripping?
Oh, well, the Sandman has his flashback.
Yeah.
It's talking about how he was.
Yeah.
Was so
I'm just saying, like, even all the flashbooks in the Hulk book at this time, they're just like, they're better than everybody else's. Everybody else is like, oh, we forgot to write a story. Let's just retell something.
Yeah. But
again, yeah, that's what they did in this era. It's like, haha. I mean, unlike these days where it's like, oh yeah, the guy was supposedly dead, now he's alive. Again, back in these days, Stan always explained how people like came back or, where they've been,
Yeah. I kind of miss that, but I kind of don't.
But I do like the fact that, he wants to find his old pal Blastar. Him and Blastar were a great team, and, if I steal this thing, it'll somehow get me to the
Hydro
negative
Man
zone.
is in the corner weeping somewhere right now.
He's not even around yet. Thank you, Denny O'Neil.
Yeah. But, and this, although it's neat when you look at Sandman, because he has had such a weird run from Spider-Man villain to Fantastic Four villain. And I really feel like when he's a Fantastic Four villain, he is much more
capable.
He's a much more confident Sandman. Yeah, he's like he really, like, the Wizard definitely rubbed off on
Richard
him.
brings it out in people, okay, Charlie? People just really want to punch him in the face.
You gotta rub that one in.
But, like,
you gotta be competent.
But whenever he goes back to, like, just the green t-shirt, he's just a big dumb guy again. And
Phil, you missed your joke, by the way.
What?
He was trying to get back to the negative zone.
What?
Instead of danger zone, negative zone.
Oh, okay.
Come on, people! Top Gun is in the theater, #1 in the theaters again. Get your heads out of your butts. It's 1986 again.
Thanks, Grandma.
# deal with it.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Ray will appreciate that.
I guess and it's actually not the kids. It's like one of the first times that like a movie is driven by old people. It's just old people going to the theater, reliving their glory days.
I was born in that year, so he's not talking to me.
That's at that's at Charlie Esser.
Yeah, I'm like, I was born that year. I don't know what you're talking about.
2 years in the middle.
The original Top Gun.
I'm just telling you that the demographics of who is going to this film.
Oh yeah, my parents went.
It's not Zennials.
Yeah, no, my parents went. Yeah.
It is. It's boomers and Gen Xers. That's who are powering the.
Yeah, it's not me.
Like
I said, it's not
Let's
me.
go see if they'll play more shirtless volleyball. Oh Lord, who is this? Be sure to smash or clap.
Is it Russell?
Probably,
Russell.
probably Hulk expert.
Go to bed, Russell. I know it's you.
Well,
Unless you're wrestling up some feedback.
All right, but yes, this is 113 because after Sandman like convinces Hulk, he's like, "Oh hey, you hate those guys on the base? Me too. You should go attack them." And yes, this is the issue with Betty, where he calls out Betty Brant instead of Betty Ross.
It was me, Spidey.
Hulk wants superior puss Doombot.
I mean, to be fair, there's worse ways to go out. So
Hey, man, you want the quickest way to turn Hulk back in the Banner? There you go.
he crashed into Superior almost.
What?
He almost crashed into her car. Yeah, like what are you doing, dude?
I know. But yeah, Charlie, when Sandman convinces Hulk to attack the base. Charlie?
Are you okay? Are you okay, Charlie?
Did he have a stroke?
I don't know, man. Okay, we're back now. I don't know. Yeah, kid's not on anything. It's just every so often the Wi-Fi just decides to.
It's the New Jersey.
That's enough.
The New Jersey Devils.
Boycott AT&T.
Yeah, hell yeah, no.
Unless,
it's
they
the
want to
way
sponsor
of
us.
trying to make me do the upgrade because it's due for an upgrade. So it's like I got to go and see what's the new hub. Anyway.
Damn, is it the 2020s already?
So,
but yeah, the Sandman convinced.
I heard you guys talking about.
Yeah, the Sandman convincing the Hulk to attack the base. You know, yeah, this is the 113 is the issue where he says Betty Brant instead of Betty Ross.
Hey, Tristan, why don't you hand me my phone, maybe?
And I just want to let you know that I would have rather read Fantastic Four 62 to 63.
Really?
This one's like
Stop.
wasn't as good as the other two to me.
Oh my God, it gets even crazier next issue with that Sandman Mandarin team.
Anytime the Mandarin shows up, it's terrible. First of all.
Well, yeah, especially this era.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're on to the.
And he muted himself.
Sorry. So we're on to issue 14 now.
Well, yeah, we were just saying it's you know, Lilith was saying, you know, she'd rather would have read those Fantastic Four issues than 113. I'm like, well, it gets even worse at 114 when the Mandarin shows up to team up with Sandman. The Mandarin in this era.
Problematic.
He even calls him Fu Manchu. It's like, oh, way to call it out, Stan.
It was a different time, but it still was never okay.
No. Waiting for him to twirl that mustache. But yeah, again, Betty Brand, responsible for the whole thing.
I think our theory is probably really true, Phil. It's just that he's gone now, so he couldn't finish the story.
True. Stan. Oh yeah, Stan had from the beginning, from Amazing.
Find those old journals.
It was BB.
It was me, Petey. I just want to see that. I just want to see it. She's like, I married one of your best friends, and you still didn't pay attention to me.
I tried to seduce one of the world's greatest heroes. He wasn't interested, so I married one of his friends. Then I was this close to Jameson, so I controlled the media.
Exactly. And then I joined a cult, and then I decided to have some guns and some pouches.
Hey-oh. I messed up Mr. Fear. We're gonna get there, kids.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's Russell going, oh, yeah, Mr. Fear. Hello.
Yes. Okay, so we're back now. I tried switching it to my phone Wi-Fi to see if that works better. So we'll see.
Oh, you can hear me, so that's...
Yeah, well, I can hear you. You can hear me. So we'll see if it maintains. All right.
So
quickly to 114, Phil.
Yeah. So how problematic was the Mandarin in this issue?
Honestly, he was relatively benign compared to the way that the Sandman is.
Yeah, but just as
we get a lot more of the dumb guy Sandman in this. So it's interesting. He just code switches himself back to dumb guy once there's an actual super genius in it. You know.
Well, and then you have to really to get what's going on. You have to go back to 108. So it's like I hate when they make those big leaps. It's like just finish the damn story.
Well, no, because the Mandarin has to plan. He has to get his next idea. Now it's I'll team up with the Sandman. Because clearly...
It's always like, oh, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. It's like, bring me an L. Bring me a loss for this.
Well, you know...
Well, again, he was batting out of his leagues. He was originally a Spider-Man villain. The first time he fights Spider-Man defeats him with a vacuum cleaner.
As you should.
Well, you know, as you do. Although, to be fair, that was probably in the city, not a lot of sand around.
Oh yeah, it was in the basement. It was in the basement of the high. It was in the basement of Midtown High. Yes.
Yeah, it's like when he's if he's near sand, now he's like.
But we do get to see him at the beach powerful. A lot. To be fair, when he shows up, we're going to the beach.
Yeah, well, because that's where he's
or the
strongest.
pier.
It'd be silly of him to fight anywhere else except the beach.
He's a son of the beach.
Anyway.
But what about the Mandarin having Thanos envy with his own helicopter?
As you do, it's a good way to get around town in New York. I'm just saying, cut all that traffic out.
To be fair, I think the Mandarin copter probably predates the Thanos copter. So And now I'm just trying to think, was he in a helicopter in Shang-Chi? Was there a scene with him in a helicopter?
When they went to the compound, wasn't it? Weren't they in the helicopter? Yeah.
See, there we go.
I think you're right, Charlie. I think it's back in 79 is when that Thanos copter came out.
Oh, he was 10 years before Thanos. Suck it, Thanos.
Exactly, man.
Well, Thanos is just a blatant ripoff, so it only makes sense.
Ooh.
And let's be clear. I mean, Mandarin had he had the jewelry first. He had the copter first. He just was unfortunately drawn. Yeah, and of course, at one point, Sandman actually calls him Fu Manchu, which is like, we can't. Technically, we can't say that because we lost the rights in this scene, but or maybe, yeah, it's gosh and goodness, yeah, but they, and they use the negative force beam on the Hulk there so that he's fighting against himself, and of course that never works.
Well, honestly, he called him Charlie Chan too, though. But Ringo was my favorite. That was my favorite insult, because we all know Ringo's Ringo.
Peace and love, peace and love.
It was the heart insult.
You wrote a song. Let's put it on the fridge right here.
I thought he covered Ringo because he had all the rings. Yeah, I don't watch that show.
But then half naked Bruce Banner sneaking into Betty's room, and Glenn Talbot. Let's rush him. Don't they know he's the Hulk at this point? They're like, yeah, let's rush him. That can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, they do know that, and it just
everybody thinks it's going to be their day when they want to fight the Hulk.
I guess they think they're going to knock
their day.
I guess they think they're going to knock him out before he can change, but
well, that never works. It's just a poorly thought out plan. It's always a poorly thought out plan.
U.S. government, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But this is the issue, because this gets brought up later in the 90s in Spider-Man, because Otto creates a gun to do this on purpose, but Sandman gets turned to glass in this issue.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Now is this the first time he gets turned to glass?
I believe so, because I believe when Otto pulls out that gun, he goes, I invented this, and I was inspired by a battle you had with the Hulk, and I believe it's this issue, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no. Yeah, I think you're right. Doesn't the Wizard do that to him too, though?
I think it.
I
think Otto did it. I know Otto did it to him twice, but yeah.
I think the Wizard did it too.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the Hulk has turned him into glass before. I want to think that Johnny Storm probably did it first. That seems like a natural thing for Johnny Storm to have done.
I always thought this was the first one, and so
has firepower.
I thought this was the first one, and everyone was like, "Oh, a happy accident." Now we know his weakness.
Well, he's saying to be a logical.
Except it's not really his weakness. It's actually this thing where, because even in this, he's turned to glass, but he can still move. But they're like, "Oh, don't punch him because he'll shatter." It's like, yes, he's made of sand. That's literally all he does is shatter. It's like,
I know.
What would make you think that him turning to glass is gonna? Because we've already seen him turn to sandstone, so we know he can become like physically solid stone.
Yeah,
sand.
You really can't kill him.
Being glass doesn't make him like less so. It just seems odd, but then Sandman just sort of walks out, which just lets him walk out, and
then the army zaps him, zaps the Hulk.
Yeah, and then this time they shoot the Hulk with the tranquilizer ray.
They're like a new weapon. Let's try it. Him
out. Yeah, well, it works. It works for this issue until next issue, which our fans are going to have to wait 2 weeks to hear us talk about the next issue.
That's right, because next week is Little Hellfire Spectacular 269.
You mean the sexiest show we've ever done?
Mm-hmm. The top 30 sexiest superheroes? Yeah, that's right.
It's not top 30. It's our top 10 picks, Phil.
And 10, 20, 30.
I know, but that's not how you bill it. That's not how you bill it.
How dare you? But
top 10 is what sells. It's the hashtag.
And at least one of our patrons already said he's going to send in thoughts. Thank you, Justin.
Oh, Ooh, now I want to know.
I was gonna say you guys might be fighting over Namor.
Well, wherever he decides to place him, that's fine.
Hey-oh. Goodbye, Charlie Esser.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ah, yes, you need that. Dun, 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 dun. It's a gaping hole of internet.
So yeah, these issues are cute, but like not a lot of substance.
Well, no, yeah.
I mean, the Hulk doesn't gain substance until the 80s, if we're going to be honest.
But again, I mean, I think this was the one where Stan really went out of control, just because it's like, oh, he's not on Earth. I could do whatever. You know, you don't have to do. I don't do it. You know, you couldn't.
Like nobody gave Stan a science book. It's cute.
You couldn't do this with Spider-Man. You know, everyone else.
Look, you're already in space all the time with the Fantastic Four, but that's none of my business. Okay, you really like space. You don't understand how it works. I get it. Everybody's getting bombarded with some kind of radiation. I get it, sir. I get it.
60s, man. They were obsessed with radiation.
Yeah. It's that space race, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why, who's that? Who is that knocking at the door? Hello, Charlie Esser.
Geek 3. Hey, you want to talk some comics?
Yes!
Or...
Yes! Let's talk some new comics. Some 2022 comics.
Yes.
Although I don't know
Corner.
how happy I'm about that.
Ooh, burn. All right, Charlie, let it rip. The comics, that is.
Cracker.
Hey! Resemble that.
Yes. Department of Truth, issue, what is this? Something. Issue 19. Department of Truth.
Some issue number.
Yeah, you know,
Wait, did you say 19?
It's a rough one.
Did you say 19 already?
19.
Wow.
Yeah, issue 19. Yeah, well, you know, they keep on stacking them up. It's a very popular series, I understand. Kids are loving the story of, you know, the Earth is secretly flat, or it could be if we just believed. You know, it's a neat thing about, you know, the Kubrick moon landing and all that kind of stuff, and basically Cole is having a real hard time with his boyfriend Maddie, and you know, because he can't tell him about all this stuff. And Lee's really riding him, you know, trying to keep him together and having him hold it together. Because, you know, right now they are being heavily trashed by the Black Hats right now. That's bad.
Trash it.
And, you know, they're going, Cole and his partner are going to Fort Knox to sort of do something. We don't know yet. But then Maddie gets approached by this guy in the bar who is one of the Black Hats, and he's going to show him a video of Cole killing Maddie's friends, who also work at the Post. So this is problematic, because he actually did do that, so it's not even like it's a fake thing. So, oh boy, I gotta tell you, Department of Truth, really, really good series. Run out and pick up your copy today, kids.
Lilith Hellfire.
So don't cancel me, but I'm going to talk about Boom Studios' Buffy the Vampire Slayer. At least it wasn't written by Joss. It was written by Jeremy Lambert, who I loved his run on Doom Patrol, which is the only reason why I picked it up. Art by Mariana Ignazi. You probably don't know, but An Unkindness of Ravens is what that person's most known for. Basically, it's Buffy and Willow trapped in the 1990s teen magazine. So I don't know. Teen Beat, Tiger Beat, something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then, but what I really came for was Giles and freaking Spike. Spike's giving Giles a makeover because he's got a hot date. It's not with Buffy's mom, so I don't approve, obviously, but that's the story. That's just, it's really cute. It's basically the Buffy 97 trade. So if you already have the trade paperback that came out a while ago, they're actually just reissuing these as single one-shots again. So
is it just Buffy the Vampire Slayer #1?
Buffy 97 specifically. It's a throwback because, you know, all the new stuff is post the TV show. This is like supposed to be going on during the TV.
All right. Did anybody read Iron Cat #1?
A long ass time ago.
No.
Well, it just came out for us mere mortals this week, Lilith Hellfire.
Yeah, so I was like trying to pick which ones to read today and which ones to read tomorrow, and I was worried that Iron Cat was gonna be an Avengers book. But okay, but tell me about Iron Cat.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, there's not a ton of Tony Stark till like the end.
Is this just Black Cat and Incorporated. I feel like that's what it is because it's an international traveling band of rich people here.
I mean, they basically do a flashback, Charlie, with when she was working with the Black Fox, and then there's this other girl working with them who's the one who steals the Iron Cat's armor in the present. Because it has all of a sudden it has repulsors and everything, and Black Cat's like, wait, where did all this come from? And Tony Stark's like, yeah, I've been tinkering. That's what I do. I tinker with it.
Yeah.
I get a hanker in the drink and I just tinker with stuff.
Relatable.
Hey, old.
I didn't think that I was gonna really like the dynamic between Tony and Felicia, but they're like the jokes in this issue alone. Like I'm just yes. But all the issues are gonna be like this. Yes.
But at the end when she shows up at Tony's place and he's like, no, I ain't working with you, and she goes, please come on, my ex girlfriend is trying to kill me with super science, and Tony's like, okay, relatable. I've been there.
Yeah, their dynamic is gonna be bananas. I love it.
But yeah, of course the story's good and the dialogue because it is Jed McKay. So.
And I will have to say that the prerequisite reading is Black Cat number 11.
Yeah.
If you haven't read that, you definitely need to read that before you read it.
Where we first saw this suit, but yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yes.
Again, it's set up a lot with that flashback and stuff. But no, it is good. So, but pick it up. See, look, I got the action figure variant, secret additional head included.
Now, hopefully they really freaking release it.
What? Oh yeah, the figure. Oh yeah, Lilith Jones, and she hasn't bought a figure in 5 minutes.
I actually don't usually buy Marvel Legends. I don't, because I don't feel like they're worth the price that they charge for. They're not like the DC ones that are better. And anyway, DC has a better manufacturer for the toys. They do.
I just hate that you have to get all of the ones to build the special character, and there's always like one or two you can never find.
Well, you know what some people do, Charlie Esser?
Like, they don't make all the same ones. It's
yeah.
Like no, they no, actually, you'll never get the head because they only made 5 of the character that has the head.
Well, you know what some people do, Charlie Esser? They get those random pieces. They'll like sell them on eBay for people who are building the figure. They're like, oh, you could buy this arm for like $5 or something.
Don't judge me.
I mean,
it's how I keep myself making new stuff. Okay.
Honestly, to me that's like a really costly hobby. That's a Tristan hobby. Although, I will tell you this: Tristan is his grandfather got him some Spawn toys, so now he's dipping his toe.
He took it out of the package. He took it out of the package.
I would assume so.
Look where he lives, Lilith Hellfire. Look at his role model. Look at his role model, Lilith Hellfire.
Tristan plays with his toys, so yes, So he was thinking. So he hasn't asked me to get him a Spawn book yet. So
I'm sensing.
Maybe if you guys want to
give him Gunslinger. Give him Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Gunslinger.
Or King Spawn. Those are the only 2 I would recommend right now.
I'm feeling a Phil, Lil, and Tristan Spawn show.
Well, if he
his
gets
schedule's too hard to nail down. I can't be up that early.
Well, Tristan's young. He has all hours of the day available.
Oh, it is summer.
Vacation. Yes. Okay.
That's all right. Then every other show will be like, we got Charlie Esser, the second best Esser.
I think he's third best as well. You forget another son, Ben.
Yeah,
he might be 4th.
My wife is technically an Esser too, so
he might be 4th.
I'm probably like 4th. I might even be 5th because
Oh no, you're Homer.
No.
This was an interesting book I picked up just because actually, you know why I got this book from Scout Comics? Wannabes.
It was on the shelf.
It's holding the line at $2.99.
Oh.
And if you put out a book at $2.99 and said, you know what? I think I had to buy it.
Was that Ages of the World?
No, it's called Wannabes.
Oh, okay. Is that from last week?
No, it was this week. This came out this week.
Okay.
At least it came out to my comic book store this week, With the way books come nowadays, who knows when they show up anywhere. And it's interesting because it starts off with this fight between these 2 superpowered beings. One who's got telekinesis powers, and one with super strength. Then we do the flashback to because I can't believe that he used to be my best friend. Yada yada. We flashback to when they first started as superheroes. Where there were 2 teen kids who barely knew karate and put on some ski masks to go fight crime. But they mentioned this is a superhero world. Superheroes have been around since the 40s, and there's lots of superheroes without powers. So they figured this was a viable career path. And they kind of run into a little problem because obviously the one guy, the guy who will eventually get the telekinesis powers, you know, he basically figures, you know what, we got to be willing to fight dirty if we're going to be superheroes, you know? We're not going to be the guys that can just nobly, you know, use kung fu. We got to fight dirty. We got to use mace and tasers and other things. And guns. You see him pick up a gun, and that's where they really have their falling out.
Billy Butcher, is that you?
Yeah, but of course, you see, what it is, as luck would have it, it's canisters of radioactive gas. Once again, it all comes back to the Hulk. And they get exposed to the radioactive gamma gas, and then, you know, this guy, when the cops come up, he falls in the water, and that's going to have somehow be his origin. And this guy, he steps on an electrical cable, so that's his origin. And we're going to have to see what they all become next issue. So that was interesting. I enjoyed it. It's a nice, light superhero romp. Shades of Kick-Ass, but, you know, also less nihilistic. So it's like, what if the people in Kick-Ass actually just, you know, wanted to be heroes, and heroes were actually a kind of ennobled thing in this world? So it's like if Disney did Kick-Ass. So I liked it. Wannabes #1.
We've made the joke for years, but what's your superhero origin? OSHA's bad at its job.
Scoot Comics. I'm sorry, Scoot Comics.
Oh, I was going to say, I did not see that on the Scout shelf, so I was just like...
Scoot.
Oh, no, it does say Scout. Oh, okay, so yeah, it is Scout Comics, but, like, the thing here says Scoot.
Is it an imprint?
I'm not quite sure how that works, but yeah.
I don't know if it's one of their weird imprints or something.
I don't know what's going on.
This is also coming from Scout Comics here. Soltiak, I don't know who she is, but she's got powers, so she's cool.
Okay, so you probably want to pick this one up because this next one I'm going to talk about is written and the art is by Chip Zdarsky. It's called Public Domain #1. It's from Image Comics. And it is a very tongue-in-cheek poke at a world where comic book creators aren't properly acknowledged or compensated for their creations.
What?
Oh, Medicom.
Okay, so basically here's the story. There's this guy, he created the best superhero in the world, and his sons want him to fight for their legacy, basically. So that's the story. Don't know how long this is going to go on, but I was like, Chip, they're going to cancel you down.
I was going to say, yes. I got to pick this up. Salty meta commentary, yes.
You know I live for it. You know. As I live and breathe, I was like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Then they come at him. No, it's just a story, kid. Yeah.
It's satire and parody. He put a little Hellfire. It's satire and parody.
I don't feel that way. I love my jobs on Daredevil and Batman. No.
I tell you, if you're not reading any of Chip Zdarsky's independent stuff, you need to pick it all up. It's all genuinely really good.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. This might be my new favorite from him.
Is that the first issue?
Yes, the first
okay,
issue. Public Domain #1.
Yeah, I might have to pick that up this weekend. Oh, my God. All right, big surprise. I know. Lil, did you read Scorched #7?
Of course. That one creeped up on me. I didn't think I was going to like it, but it's good.
I mean, it's getting there. I mean, it
needs to be a little more violent, but...
Oh!
Just a smidge more.
I thought there was a good bit of action in this one. And ghosts and monsters.
It's like a 12-year-old's wet dream, not gonna lie.
It's like a political intrigue with monsters and demons. Oh my.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what's that book? Dang it. It'll come. That DC book that we really like, Human Target, that one where it's like noir.
Oh yeah. And when that
but more violent.
When that comes back. But no, I don't know. This one almost, maybe especially just this issue, but it almost seems like they want to give She-Spawn her own book, but it's like, no, I don't know.
Scared.
I don't know. You're a girl, so we'll have to throw all the other Spawns in there with you.
Well, and to be fair, Image is not really known for a lot of female-led books. Mm-hmm. So I get their hesitation at like a company level. But sometimes you just got to pull the trigger, like they pulled the trigger with the Mary Jane book and got really good response. Same thing with Black Cat. So sometimes you just do have to do that.
I know. I wonder with Iron Cat, I wonder if they're like testing the waters for another Black Cat series because they keep dipping back in that pond. So
Jeff McKay's like, I'll do it this one time. I need a break.
I mean, hey, I mean, hey, look what he's doing with Moon Knight. It must be selling well, man. They greenlit it past 12.
Apparently that's really hard to do these days.
I mean, if you're not Spider-Man or the Avengers, that ain't easy to do these days.
Even the Avengers Squad is as hard.
I know. Well, Avengers 57.
That's corporate welfare as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's hey, go buy those movies on Blu-ray and go pick up the T-shirts.
All right.
Yeah, you got more books, Charlie?
My final book. Yeah, final book. Another female-led book written by the great Gal Simone. Variants.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pick that up, but how was it?
Oh, it was good. It is solid. It's Variants, man. It's so the basic plot line is you have Jessica Jones. She's having some issues. She's keeps getting these migraines, passing out. She's buying lipstick, which is a whole thing, and it's just a really well-written slice of life story about her, like, you know, her relationship with Luke and who she wants to be for Luke. But at the same time, Matt is defending someone who had basically been taken by Kilgrave and is now accused of setting her house afire with her family inside. We also... Poor Hammerhead in this. Hammerhead is running an extortion racket and apparently comes down himself, and Hammerhead is not up for the challenge of Jessica Jones, so she beats him up.
Only Luke Cage is man enough for that challenge.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So she goes to court to sort of be support in this moment, but the whole thing is the woman is basically telling Jessica that 10 years after she got away from Kilgrave, that's when she snapped. And it was this, like, a post-hypnotic suggestion that after 10 years he was back inside her brain and made her do these things. And she's saying to Jessica, everything he did to you, he did to me first. So I'm warning you, get away from your family. Don't let yourself be with your family. But she goes back home. And then, of course, in her house is someone, she's very worried about it. Of course, it is her, because we're going to have the Variants. And then, of course, as they're fighting, they get hit by that shield, wielded by, of course, Jessica Jones, Captain America. So,
they really like pushing that Captain America variant, don't they?
You know what? Hey, if it sells, it sells.
There's a lot of that going around lately. Just ask Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales. Hey.
Yeah, you know,
to varying degrees of success.
Well, you know, not everything is going to work, but you know what? If you can, you know,
that's why they
you had me to the Captain America thing.
Multiverse.
Yeah, well, to be fair, in another universe, Danielle Cage becomes Captain America too.
Yeah.
So it's like they've established this as an idea within their family. So. And in every universe, everyone gets to be Captain America eventually.
That's true. It's like being an Avenger. Everybody's done it.
Hey-o.
Okay, Phil, I don't know if you and Will actually know this, but Swamp Thing number 14, the best DC book this week, had a Green Lantern in it.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
It was very good.
I did see that. I didn't pick it up. I might have to pick that up, too. Yeah, I did see that.
And if you guys talk it, let me know. I will jump on with you. But yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
Like, I like this whole Swamp Thing. They're giving him so much more emotion.
Yeah.
And then it's this social commentary about how man can truly not save nature because man is evil and only out for themselves.
Is that the
kind of thing?
Is that the first issue? How Jordan was in? Is issue 14?
Yes, this is the very first one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's super interesting that they brought in a Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
But I actually liked it and it worked. So I thought I didn't hear you guys talk about it. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't talked about it.
Well, we haven't recorded since Tuesday anyway. But yeah. I was thinking about picking that up. I might have to because seems there's a big Hal Jordan resurgence thanks to Dark Crisis.
Yeah, look, listen, I'm just going to let you know this is the best book that Ram's writing right now, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn it,
no. I like to support good ideas.
Damn it, now I'm going to have to pile 14. Damn it.
No, you can jump in right here. It's okay. Because that was just basically the first arc, the first 13 issues. Okay. So.
All right, the last one I wanted to throw in, Lilith, did you read the one-shot DC vs. Vampires Killers?
No.
Basically, Harley Quinn is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I know. Sacrilegious. No, thank you.
I mean, it's pretty.
You know how I feel about Harley. So.
I don't know. I thought it was decent. I mean,
if she's not with Catwoman or Poison Ivy, I do not.
Catwoman is in this, Lil Hellfire.
Are they still doing the roller derby thing?
No. This is like an alternate thing, where a lot of the people
I don't want it.
turned into vampires. Yeah, but I mean, they're kind of sort of together.
It seems. Roller derby lesbians, I'm not into it.
Well, I don't know about the roller derby part. The other part, they might be, they don't specifically call it out, but it might be. And the big bad she's fighting is Vampire Mr. Terrific.
Oh, okay. Better than Vampire Dick Grayson.
I was gonna say this is a one shot on that DC vs. Vampires regular series. Yes, with Dick Grayson, King of the Vampires. Thank you.
Yeah, but wasn't Mr. Terrific his number 2?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Is he like Mr. Terrific now moved up now that Dick Grayson didn't Dick Grayson die at the end?
I mean, yeah. No, Dick Grayson's still alive, but a vampire. But no, it's like
he's the living dead, Phil.
Yeah, well, they basically call him the sheriff in the Mr. Terrific. The sheriff, it's like the king sends out the sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
Yikes. I refuse to support that DC versus vampires. It is no, stop it.
Poor Will. The first guy they vampirize is Hal Jordan.
Well, it makes sense because he thrives on women's sexual energy.
That's true.
I'm just saying, technically for me, headcanon confirmed.
You know what? They were smart because at first you can't tell Hal Jordan's a vampire because he's like, yeah, with this ring I can filter out the sunlight.
His biggest threat. Not anymore.
You know what? I'm surprised Ray's not all over this because when they reveal that Dick Grayson is halfway through the series that Dick Grayson's King of the Vampires, man, he puts his fist right through Batman.
He has that panel frame, trust me. By his nightstand, his wife's like, I bet you he's cheating. He's just thinking about Batman getting impaled.
Pale. Yes. All right.
So on that note.
So anything else?
No. Everything else there's a podcast for.
That's true. We have other shows.
We have a whole other show to do tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Avengers books we can talk after we talk old Thors tomorrow. Yeah.
What a time to be an Avengers fan.
That's right. All right, kids. So yes, as Charlie said, in 2 weeks we'll get back to the Hulk issues because next week is episode 269. We've been calling it out for months.
Get your picks in, people.
The top 10 hottest sexiest superheroes.
I think it's going to be a very eyebrow-raising list for sure.
Wow.
Well, 10's a big number.
Hey-o.
I'm just going to be honest. And, because I'm, at name
you're the Marvel fan. It's super easy to do.
Well, I mean, sexy, not gaudy.
Well, sexy is subjective. I will just say, sexy is subjective.
I mean, yeah,
so each their own.
Yeah,
maybe intelligence is sexy to you. It doesn't have to be someone.
Oh, leave that sapiosexual garbage outside, first of all.
Technically, it's sexiest costume. That's the thing. Sexiest costume. And you can't, wear your smarts, really.
What about...
Power Girl says different. She doesn't need a face mask, because she knows.
That's a very sexy costume. I'm not going to deny that. I'm just saying that, it's not her smarts. It's
thinking half of Charlie's list is going to be John Byrne characters.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I can tell you who my number 1 is.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Make him come back for more.
No problem.
Just like half of Lois list will be Jim Lee X-Men characters.
You mind your business, Philip.
I'm sure one of them has a French accent. Anyway, yes.
Yes, I will be doing Mama Kelly proud. Yes, I will.
Nice. Both of them, both characters. Anyway, yes, kids. So, yes, send your thoughts in. Who are the sexiest comic book characters? Like I said, I know at least one of our patrons is going to be sending stuff in. So, yes, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all the various Marvel and DC shows we do. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything gets a video, including every second of Summer of 69. So
the candle is lit.
That's right. And you can light your own if you go to Target. They're not sponsor, but please Target.
We will take their money.
Please Target, yes.
Hot cinnamon.
Hey-o. Wasn't that your name in college? Hey-o. All right, so yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
And
like the Hulk.
Hey-o. And of course, most importantly, subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, we're paying. This is a passion project. Paying for this out of our own pocket. We're not Galaxy Masters or
princesses.
True.
We're barely even Sandmen.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
Nice. All right. So yes. So every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access, the creator interviews, including every month, Mr. D.G. Chichester.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. The June episode is up already. Superman 3 versus Superman 4, hotly contested, especially by these two. And next month, we'll be doing the Halle Berry Catwoman Hill versus Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern with special guest Mr. Will Allred. So that'll give us 5 panelists. So there will be no tie that next month, kids.
Unless someone abstains, and they better not.
Oh no, I think we're all too opinionated now. All right, and of course, if that's not enough, you can show all your friends how cool you are. Pick up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Cups, phone cases, t-shirts.
Real aluminium.
Show us you love us. Tattoo our look.
No, real vibranium. Nobody told Wakanda.
Someone get this man a tumbler. All right, so find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about the fine art of 69?
If you guys want to hang out with me on Twitter when I attempt to live tweet stuff and maybe tell me why I should be live tweeting, I feel like that's a dead thing now. Find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making all of the comments, but just a slight, maybe possibly the slightest bit of content. Cannot stress that possibly slightly enough. At Lilith Hellfire60. Either do the 6 or do the 9. Very hard, very tempting. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Charlie Esser.
Well, if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way, if your Wi-Fi is working, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things, if there's ever anything to live tweet, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEssescr. That's the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
And pause.
And thank you, Tristan. Kids today, what are you gonna do?
With their Oculuses and their TikToks.
TikTok and their oculi. It's crazy.
Hail. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Summer of 69 really kicks in the high gear next week with episode 269. But until then, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Take a deep dive into the head of Lilith Hellfire next week.
What is sexy?
Brought to you by Lilith Hellfire. A Lilith Hellfire production.
Brought to you by the number 6 and 9.
A Lilith Hellfire production directed by Lilith Hellfire, starring Lilith Hellfire.
What is this, The Room?
All right, kids. It's going to be a smashing month here. Come back.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.